This is a flight deck gear review. Flight deck gear review. Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Millie. What is going on, guys? It's your boy JT. We're back here with a better video. We're doing my flight deck gear review. I spent many months out to sea, many months working up on the flight deck. I still have some of my flight deck gear, and I thought it would be fun to review it, talk about it. What do you need? Why do you need it? And I still didn't get a haircut. JT still needs a haircut tomorrow. Probably do a day in the life vlog tomorrow. I'll bring you with me, but let's get to this video. So starting off with the flight deck jersey, I'm gonna pick all this stuff up. I'm gonna sit in front of the camera, but I'm just showing you now. Flight deck jersey, you spray paint your squadron's name, HSM 77, and then you also have your rate, your job. This one says AM, aviation mechanic. I also have another one that says LSE for landing signalman enlisted. We also have flight deck pants. Now these are not the flight deck pants, these are the bottom of my coveralls, but your flight deck pants are pretty much the same material, same color as this, as your coveralls. You have your sound attenuators. This is towards your double hearing protection that you need when you're up on the flight deck. This goes under your cranial, the helmet thing that you see people wear up on the flight deck. This is your hearing protection for that. Works pretty good. I mean, I still have pretty bad hearing loss and tinnitus, but hey, that's what happens when you work on the flight deck. And then we have our flight deck boots. Now these are pretty funny to look at because a lot of people are gonna say, JT, you shitbag. You don't shine your boots. No, you know, I would not recommend shining your boots if you're part of a squadron. Number one, we're gonna be pissed off at you because you're gonna get all your boot wax all over the aircraft. So you don't necessarily have to shine your boots when you're working on the flight deck, and they're just gonna get destroyed by the aircraft soap. But the funny part of these boots that I really like is the tread. Do you see any tread? No, dude, look at, this is all the tread that's left right here and right here. Why is that? Well, on the flight deck, you have non-skid. The flight deck and the hangar bay are covered in non-skid, and non-skid will not only tear and rip through your skin if you fall on it, but it tears away the tread on your flight deck boots. Now, we are missing some parts of the uniform. Like I said, I'm missing the cranial, the helmet part that goes over this, and I am missing your float coat. So there is a float coat that you wear that goes over your flight deck jersey. The float coat has several things inside them. One of them is it has a saltwater activation beacon that immediately goes off and notifies the bridge and the captain if someone goes overboard. It also inflates automatically when it hits the water. If it doesn't inflate, you have a little thing that you can blow into it to inflate it. There's also a dye pack that kind of releases like color in the water. And there is a whistle. There is also a whistle. The only other thing that I'm missing is your flight deck gloves. So you're pretty much covered from top to bottom. You should have no skin exposed when you're up on the flight deck.
Yeah, I'm hot trash. Yo, my bad. I forgot about the FOD pouch. The freaking FOD pouch. My favorite thing. For foreign object damage, FOD. You can see it hanging off the left of my pants right there. Right below my float coat and flight deck jersey, you can see the FOD pouch, that little gray thing. You hook that up to your pants through your belt loop. Or you can get like Velcro. And that's where you put your FOD that you find up on the flight deck. Any screws, nuts, bolts, cotter key, safety wire, anything you find that can damage the aircraft. And it's also where you put some of your own tools. Because you don't have pockets in your flight deck jersey. No pockets. And also, you can't put stuff in your float coat. That shit's unsat.
You should have no skin exposed when you're up on the flight deck besides your face, like the bottom of your face that's not covered from your cranial. I did sometimes roll my sleeves up. I like to roll my sleeves up sometimes, but that's really not allowed. You have many different colors of these up on the flight deck. I've made many videos about this. Your green shirts are gonna be worn by several jobs. Not only is your squadron members gonna be wearing green, your maintainers, like AMs, ADs, ATs, AEs, your green shirts are also gonna be worn by ABEs, and also, I'm pretty sure that's it. ABEs and squadron maintainers wear green. Also LSEs, my bad. LSEs can also wear green. And then you have, red, that's worn by AOs. You have purple, that's worn by the Fuelies, the ABFs. You have yellow, which is worn by the ABHs. You have blue, which is worn by the ABH that is not qualified yet. A blue shirt is an unqualified yellow shirt. You also have white. White is worn by quality assurance, safety, shit. And then you also have brown. Brown is worn by your plane captains, your line rats, which I also did have a brown jersey as well back in the day. And then you have, what other colors? I'm sure I might be forgetting a color, but the consensus is there's a lot of different colors. They all mean something, and everything means something. It's very important up on the flight deck to know what personnel are what, where everyone's supposed to go. Obviously if I see a brown shirt that is for a helicopter squadron up on the bow or in the waist during fixed wing flight operations, that's a huge alarm that's going off. Hey, why is there a brown shirt helicopter guy amongst the F-18 fixed wing flight ops? Like, get that guy out of there. But yeah. I loved working on the flight deck. I'm still very passionate about it. It's probably one of the coolest things I'll ever do in my whole life or ever got to do. Thank you so much for all the support, man. I hope you guys are enjoying these daily vids. I am gonna get a haircut tomorrow. I'm doing a day in the life vlog tomorrow. So a lot of stuff is gonna be going on, a lot of cool things. I'm gonna be bringing back a lot of OG stuff, maybe skateboarding with the dogs, maybe some motorcycle stuff, maybe up in the mountains and the new scenery, and definitely a haircut and bringing you along my life. That's not just my office or me talking in front of the camera. You're going everywhere.
All right, poppies.